John again, shooting another video for you. And in this video, I want to talk about the struggle that is marketing online when you come from the in-person world. So if you're seeing this video, like I said in my last video, we've had a conversation in the last 6 months. And in that, we talked about the biggest gap separating you from where you want to be in your business, in terms of revenue, lifestyle, time and freedom, and all that stuff. And, when we look at the biggest hurdle online for the average entrepreneur, it is being able to communicate what makes them unique in a way that makes their audience want to pay them money. And the reason we're going to talk about in-person versus digital today is in person, it's very easy, right? In that when you communicate what makes you unique to people who are listening to you, you can give them a very accurate explanation in a very roundabout fashion. What I mean by that is you can use your hands and they can look at your facial expressions and they can look at the way you gesture and they can look at your body language. And overall, they can feel the energy when you communicate what you do in person, right? You can feel that energy. And because of that, it allows you to better communicate what it is you do, what it is who it is you work with, and things of that nature. You don't have that on the internet. On the internet, you really need to be able to concisely make your case or to get your point across in the most effective way and the most, I think more importantly, the most succinctly concise way possible. Because in person, where you can stand in front of someone and you can command their attention when you're talking at the front of a room or drinking coffee with them and chatting it up, you don't have that online. It's a very, very different amount of time and attention that this person or an audience member is willing to spend listening to you or reading what you're writing when compared to in person. So the biggest gap that people struggle with when making the bridge from in person to online is they think, oh, this thing worked for me in person. It worked for me to communicate this way. It worked for me to explain myself. It worked for me to provide value in this format. But then when they take that and they move it online, they don't see the same results. Why? They don't have the same amount of attention online as when they were in person. So they continue to do the same things that work for them in person, right? When you go to networking events, when you have coffee, when you have, meetups, discovery calls, so on and so forth, or discovery meetings rather. And they try to implement that online, but it doesn't work because what you're able to communicate in a conversation can be replicated online, but it's a very different approach and method to communicating that. And why do I say all this information? If you're struggling to market yourself online and get the amount of clients and the type of clients you're looking for, the issue isn't in the value you provide. The issue is in how it's being communicated, or rather, what core points of your unique value is being communicated. Like I said in my last video, what versus how. What makes you unique versus how you communicate that. When you're looking at it online, you need to get super clear on that what, and then you need to follow the communication methods or structures or mechanisms that people respond to online, right? Because if you do it in a way that they understand it, then they do what you want, which is to opt in or to buy from you, right? If you don't do it in a way that they understand it, then they don't buy from you. That's simply how it works. So I say all of this is saying that if you're struggling to get the type of clients or the number of clients you want each month, if you're struggling to hit your sales goals, if you're struggling to feel confident in your marketing, what you're putting out there, you probably have a messaging problem. I'm about 99% sure of that. It's possible you have a marketing problem in that the structures you create are wrong or not effective, but probably not, because they're pretty standard in the online world. How to get a stranger to become a client is pretty much set online. The only difference is how you communicate the value that you provide in a way that makes you unique from everyone else. And that's a messaging problem. So you should come to the Unique Message Model Workshop. It is a 2-day workshop where we are going to work with you to really identify what it is that makes you unique, and then the most effective how mechanism to communicate that to people. And because we had a conversation, I know that you know what's the most important, because in our conversation, we discussed what you really have to focus on to achieve your monetary goal. So because of that, I want to make it super easy for you to come check it out and, give you a discount. So normally it costs $97, but if you use the code momentum at the checkout page, then it only costs $7. So you're going to save $90 to participate in this workshop. And because you already know what's important for you to focus on in your business because of the conversation we had, you can take that, apply it in your business, and get to the results you want more quickly. So again, come join us for the Unique Message Model Workshop. It's 2 days to really nail down what makes you unique and what makes the value you provide unique, so that you can communicate it online in a way that gets more of the right clients to spend money with you, because ultimately that's why we do business, right? To get the right people to spend money with us so we can help them solve their problem. That's what it comes down to. So again, use the code momentum at checkout and you'll save $90. Come kick it with us for 2 days. Let's get really clear on that messaging. All the links that you need is down below in the description section, or as well in the email that I just sent to you. But yeah, again, just to quickly recap, in-person success, in-person marketing, in-person sales does not communicate or does not transfer easily online. While you have the palpability or the sensations of moving someone and commanding attention and creating that energy, you don't have that online. So while this works in person, it doesn't work online. You need to accurately take this and communicate it into an online mechanism that brings the right clients to you. We can help you with that inside of the Unique Message Model Workshop, which again, normally $97. You can get it for just $7 if you use the code momentum at checkout. Everything is down below in the description section. And with that, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Later.